Hello everyone, welcome to Zoo. I'll be explaining what a CRM is. It's a CRM, got it? Its main goal is to centralize various data our company may have. Data like customer interactions, leads, deals, and comprehensive stats on everything happening. Instead of having it all separate like WhatsApp, Instagram, Meet, or Zoom messages, a CRM lets you have everything in one central place. As you see, we can integrate tools for Zoom calls, PayPal payments, and more. There are many others, including Trello and such, so that's what Zoho CRM is all about. Alright, how do we create an account on Zoho CRM? Well, we'll simply click on Start Now, okay? Log in with Google or fill out the required fields. I'll use Google in this case. I suggest disabling Brave shields for cookies and such. And that's it. As you can see, I'm now in Zoho CRM. Simple, right? How can we add a new user to our Zoho CRM project? Well, we'd start by clicking on the configuration section here. Generally, we have company settings, and above that, the users section, we'd click there. And now we see my account. Simply click on new user. Here we'd enter the first name as we want it to appear in Zoho CRM, then the last name, email, and role. Currently only CEO and manager. We simply select the profile type, administrator or standard. That's how we add a user. We can also create groups for multiple users. In activate users, we can enable or disable users without deleting. Alright, what's the purpose of the Zoho CRM? The home section. Okay, what's this section for? Well, this section shows activities from the last 7 days and for the coming week, including future tasks, today's activities, and more. As you can see, it's empty now because we're starting from scratch and don't have any information yet. Here we have my open tasks from my CRM profile and various other pieces of information. This drop down lets us change views, showing open deals, calls made, leads, and more. Clicking these three dots lets us add components like dashboards or custom views for meetings, sales, etc. We can add more widgets if we need other information, and that's how the home section works. Alright, how does the leads section work in Zoho CRM? Everything we see on the left, which looks like a lot, are just filters we can use to narrow down our search. You should think of leads as a list of all potential customers. So we'll have many people here, and as we progress through various stages like moving a lead to contact or deal, setting tasks, meetings, calls, or selling, with each step we'll have fewer people. But this is where we start with the most. That's why they give us this filter section, which we can hide if it's distracting. It also lets us choose which leads to view, like all leads or just mine, for example. Today's leads, unread ones, unsubscribed ones, and so on. Clearly, we should automate lead generation so they sign up directly without manual creation. We can achieve this through app integration. Here's how with Zoho App. Form can funnel leads straight into our CRM and others. We won't train on this as methods vary. Everyone has their approach, but we'll learn lead interaction basics. Let's click Create Lead. As you see, I'm set as the owner here. For the first name, let's enter Test. We'll use Test for the email too. Here's where we'd add a number if needed. I suggest asking for less data, it's better. Only request essentials like an email and name. Of course, this depends on your specific need. You might need phone numbers or other contact info, but generally, the more optimized or less data you ask for, the better. Here we have the web interface showing the lead's status. In this case, the status is that we're going to contact them. We haven't contacted them yet, but we're planning to. And this is the cool part, the lead status. This is what we're going to do with this person. Here we have company, last name, and other details. We could even add potential future revenue and other info here. Not sure if it'll let me, but let's try. We'll put this and that. Here's the lead. It's a lead I just created for educational purposes. As you can see inside the lead itself, we now have this lead and we can open the lead. In the lead, we can add notes for info or for colleagues to see. We can add an activity, for example, a call. Schedule a call when we'd like to speak with him. We should integrate Zoho CRM with the calendar. That's how we'd schedule calls with our most promising lead. That's how the lead matching process works. Finally, you can select a lead and choose an action. For example, delete it or create a task. It's the same interface used in different ways. You can even send them an email, add a tag to distinguish it from other leads. If interested in product X, we'd add that product's tag. Alright, what's the purpose of the contact section in Zoho CRM? Well, we've explained how the leads section works, and here's the contact section. Here, if leads are potential customers, contacts are actual customers. They're no longer potential, they've become full-fledged clients. We have the same interface as leads with filters we can contact, last week's contact, and the option to create a contact. We can also import a contact or a note, ideally create one, or convert a lead by selecting it, hitting convert, then create new contact. Let's see if it works. Convert. Now let's check the contact section. There it is, it appears. That's the optimal way. In other words, creating a contact from scratch might mean you're not fully utilizing your CRM. Remember, it has many integrations that let you schedule leads. Sure, sometimes through word of mouth, someone might contact you directly, and instead of being a lead, they're so interested they become a customer right away. It can happen, so let me show you how to use it. It has the same interface as creating a lead. We'd set the owner who'd be responsible for this contact, that is, who manages this contact. In this case, it would be us. We enter the various details they've provided. Again, the less info we ask for, the better, but obviously ask for the essential information. We can even add a description. So if we open the contact now, we can see it's the same. This is clearly a test for educational purposes, nothing more. And obviously, we have all the same base information we had in the lead section, once again with practically the same interface. We can send an email, have options to delete or clone it. Here's the information we have. We can add a note if we want to say, hey, this client is interested in XYZ. If we want to schedule a meeting, which could be useful, we can do that too. If we go back to the contact section, select it and click actions. We can do various things like what I've shown or create a task. For example, with this person, we might want to schedule a meeting. You select meeting, set the date, and so on. You can also send an email or do other tasks. Pretty flexible. That's how the contact section works. How the deals section works in Zoho CRM. So here we have our test. We'll select it and assign a deal to it. Here's the deal. We'll add it. As you can see, we have the info here. Post qualification needs analysis. We set closing date, deal name, and save. Now, if we go to deals, we'll see this deal. A deal basically is, well, if you're making a CRM, you should know how businesses work as CRMs organize them. If you don't know what a deal is, that's not good. But a deal is a negotiation. That's it. It's the process of turning a lead into a sale. So we have this qualification section first. We also have these adjustable percentages. If we select them and take action, maybe it can't be modified. It must be modifiable. We can make it bigger and smaller, as you can see. What we have here is this rating section. It shows $0 because I haven't set any price for my deal. But if I set it when creating the deal in that section, when you create it, and if not, oh look, we have this here. Oh, there it is. Now, this is what I wanted. If we select rating here, we enter. It's in mode. There we have it. Rating mode, 10% probability. And this is where we can play around. Also, from here, the page is freezing on me. I swear it's not my fault. From here, we can mark if it's happened. That is, if the sale has closed or if it's been lost. The beauty of this process is you rate the lead first. Here, each will have their own stages. Stages can be created and deleted too, with the edit canvas view. As you see, we can edit it without any issues. Right now we have the stage view, but we could create or modify one. Let's analyze it. We've analyzed it. We create tasks. We perform analysis tasks. We offer a value proposition. We identify. This would be identifying decision points. Some might need to schedule a call instead, or maybe send an email. Contact them. Finally, we reach negotiation. If negotiation goes well, we close the sale. Here we'd put the amount given, and there we'd have the profits. This would be analytic. Here are options for lost sales or competitor win. It's that simple. All right, how does the task section work in Zoho CRM? Well, basically, here we can obviously use our contacts or leads, okay? I don't think I had a lead, no. With contacts selected, in this test case, we can send them to deals or create tasks, right? That's the way to go. There it is, with new activities, okay? Click open activities, new, then task, got it? Then we'd put the name, blah, 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 save. As you see, we can schedule a task, meeting, or call the same way, okay? They're all similar, right? So go to meetings or calls. It works pretty much the same. Here's info on call type, start time, duration, related contact, owner, okay? Who should make that call? Everything works the same. The meeting and tasks work exactly the same, okay? Here's the progress we had in deal. Task not done, deferred, in progress, and finally completed, okay? We mark it as completed. Here's waiting for input, which is basically awaiting a response, okay? It's the same with meetings, okay? Meetings and calls function exactly the same way. It's just a way to organize all workers and see what they're doing. Okay, it reminds me a bit of the hack plan. So yeah, it's that simple. All right, how does the reporting section work in the job CRM? Well, basically the reporting section would be, if we had notes for each contact, reports would be more team oriented, okay? Look, here we have things like ideal sales or sales duration, right? It's info we want our team, not clients, to know about. Got it? Here we have top 10 users, this month's sales. See, it's a way to literally report what we've done. It's not necessarily bad, okay? Bad things should be reported ASAP, but good things too. On the left, everything we're seeing is just filtered. We can even create folders, okay? So let's click create report. And first it'll ask what type of report we want to make. Well, if we've scheduled a call, Sorry, a call, there it is. We click continue and here it shows what's new, added to the module and such. Here it gives us the parent module and child module. That's the child module and parent module. You click to add. Okay? And what type of call was it, right? A sales order call. We can also change the name here, okay? Of the report and so on. In the pencil section, select the folder, description and more. Here we'd simply input the report information. If we open one, they all seem to be deleted. But as you can see, there are tables, okay? They can add tables and such. I've deleted the data, even if fictitious. I can't create it, but you'll see it's very intuitive when you start. It's very intuitive, that's all. Alright, how does the analytics section work in Doc CRM? Well, in this section we'll see various statistics from our CRM, which is the main point, right? The beauty of centralizing everything in a CRM is that when it comes time to study our company or project analytics, it'll be much easier for us, okay? So here we have a ton of information, but we're not limited to just lead information or deals or marketing metrics and such. We can even add components if we're missing any. Got it? Like if we want to see KPIs or objectives, okay? Now I don't have actual data to show you here, but you'll be able to see your own company's data. Obviously, data isn't simply correct or not. In your sector, it'll be more positive or negative based on competition and other factors. Everyone needs to do their own analysis. I can't tell you here that a $50 sale is perfect because it depends on total cost, like acquiring leads, creating the product, and various other expenses, including your own salary, right? And other costs, it's a bit silly, isn't it? To say you're better because you have 4% conversion when it doesn't make sense in context, okay? Anyone running a business would understand this. Anyway, here we'd have a general overview. We'd have lead statistics, right? For people who aren't customers yet, we have the deals, okay? I've made up this statistic here, alright? Here's the interesting part, right? This month's revenue breakdown. We'd have marketing metrics, okay? About marketing campaigns, how many they cost and so on, and more. Sales and various activities, okay? This relates more to the team, right? How many activities the team's done, like calls, meetings, tasks, and so on. So that's how the analytics part works. How can we create an email campaign or CRM form to direct people to the leaks section, to turn them into potential customers? Basically, we go to the Zoho apps section where they have campaigns and forms to sign up for our Zoho project. Of course, we can create email campaigns using tools other than Zoho's. That's a separate topic for other videos. They're different tools, but you can see how to link and create forms and such. These are just Zoho apps offering options beyond their CRM. Here we even have a calendar. They have their own Zoho calendar for calls. Here it is, as you can see. Date tour. They're going to give us the rundown here. I wish they wouldn't see my badge, can't skip it. Here we'd have the conversations. It's amazing. The platform offers everything, including the calendar. So that's about it. Alright, to wrap up this brief Zoho tutorial, I haven't covered everything, but compared to other CRMs, it's more generic. Still, its integrations are pretty cool. Let's check out the pricing. We've got different tiers here, each offering various features. Prices start at 14 euros per month, or actually 20 euros per month at the lowest. They offer all sorts of tools, up to 100,000 records and 100,000 recordings. For 23 euros monthly, you get social CRM, Google AdWords, and integration tools. Interesting, it doesn't seem too limited. They add some email marketing features and such, but compared to other CRMs I've seen, it's actually quite affordable, I must say. Clearly, everyone should look into their own options. There are many to explore. CRM Plus offers surveys, social media marketing, and advanced analytics. Email marketing is essential. You must have it. For free, you only get leads, accounts, contacts, feeds, documents, and mobile app. That's all it includes. As I said, prices are low. Find them under upgrade if you want everything. Click the store to see the paid plans. I'll say again, compared to competitors, these prices are incredible. Of course, Zoho always aims to get you using their own tools. You start with one, then add another and another. That's how they profit. So with other tools, you just pay for the CRM and you've got it all. Well, not necessarily everything, but you know what I mean. Mind you, I should stress that Zoho is quite affordable. I've seen people use and recommend it, so I think it's pretty good. It's not the most technical or customizable option out there, but it has enough features to use a CRM efficiently. That's about it.